Hey, what's up guys? Lance and Lauren here with the Living in Sacramento channel, and we've got a super fun one today. We are in a completely brand new area. We are showing you brand new construction homes in the Greater Sacramento Metro with no HOA and that dreaded Mello-Roos. So make sure you stick around to the very end. We're gonna show you everything there is about this awesome little town and these awesome homes.
Let's check it out.
All right, so I know what you guys are thinking, but before we jump into these first couple of homes by Meritage, you guys are probably thinking, what the heck are you guys doing in Winters? This is a Living in Sacramento channel, and you guys are right. But we did have Meritage Homes reach out to us, and they wanted to let us know about this awesome community in Winters, California that had no HOA and no Mello-Roos. That's right, you guys heard it, no Mello-Roos. I know a lot of times when you guys reach out to us and we're looking at new construction in Folsom and Elk Grove and Rancho Cordova and Roseville and Lincoln, you guys are like, man, is there any new construction that doesn't have Mello-Roos? Well, we found it. It is going to be a little bit further of a drive in a different direction. So when we're thinking about the Greater Sacramento Metro area, it's going to actually encompass a very broad kind of range of things. So, you're going to see this red line, and it's going to go all the way up towards, the Nevada border. So North and South Lake Tahoe. You're going to have Palisades, you're going to have Kirkwood, you're going to have all that stuff up there. It's going to come down into Auburn, Placerville, obviously Sacramento proper, places like Roseville, Folsom, Auburn, Placerville. But a lot of people don't really realize that the Greater Sacramento Metro area also expands west, kind of back down towards the Bay Area. So you're going to have places like Wynda, Esparto, Woodland, Davis is in there. You're going to have places that are going to be here a little bit south, like Isleton, Walnut Grove, Rio Vista, and it's actually going to butt up all the way to like Antioch and Pittsburgh, which is technically considered the Greater Sacramento Metro area. However, what we're going to be looking at here today is going to be Winters, California. Now, if we zoom in on a map, Winters, California is going to be just north of Vacaville. It's going to be about 20 minutes east of Davis, California. And realistically, if you've got to commute down into downtown Sacramento, it's going to be probably about a 35 to 45 minute commute into downtown Sacramento. So it's probably going to be about the same distance from places like El Dorado Hills, places like Auburn, even places like Plumas Lake that we featured on this channel before. So not too bad. It is going to be about 40 minutes to the Sac International Airport. They're going to have a Kaiser, they're going to have a Sutter. So I would say one of the things that we really liked about Winters as we came down to this town, as we were invited down to this town by Meritage Homes. Now, we featured Plumas Lake on this channel a few months back, and they had some, super cheap homes that were ranging in those low 500 to mid 550 range. But I will say, driving into Winters and it being a community that doesn't have any HOA or Mello-Roos, when you look at this town, they're definitely going to have a lot more. So you're going to have a Costco, you're going to have medical facilities, you're going to have an elementary, an intermediate, a middle school, and a high school, which are all going to be located within the town, as opposed to like some place like Plumas Lake where it's still in the process of getting developed and built out. So the cool thing is we're going to take you to two of the different communities. But yeah, it's a super cute little town. It's definitely got that small town vibe feel. They've got a Starbucks, they've got all your schools, they've got medical facilities, 15 minutes away from a Costco, you've got a hotel, and you've got a ton of different restaurant options. So it's definitely a nice thing. And I think where you guys on our channel are probably going to like this a little bit better is in relationship to, maybe people who are coming from the Bay Area. I think a lot of you guys who are relocating from places like San Jose, Cupertino, Pinole, Richmond, Oakland, anywhere on the East Bay, Danville, San Ramon, this drive is going to be a little bit better because it's probably, if it's going to be about 35 minutes or 40 minutes away from downtown Sacramento, it's also going to be about 35 or 40 minutes closer if you have to get down to the Bay Area for, let's say you're still on hybrid remote work, or you're still having to go down there a couple days a week for whatever that may be, going into work, going to visit your family, your friends, people that you're just not really ready to disconnect from completely. So the nice thing is it is going to be north of Vacaville. It's going to be about 40 minutes away from Sacramento, and it's going to have awesome views. And I would say one other thing that's actually pretty cool, because we highlight this on some of our other videos as it relates to like Folsom and El Dorado Hills and Rockland and Roseville, being that you're super close to Folsom Lake. you are pretty close to Lake Berryessa. So if you still want to, go down, you want to go and get in the water, Lake Berryessa is not too far away. You've got some awesome wineries that aren't going to be too far away in Napa as well too. And it's still part of the Greater Sacramento Metro. So we're going to show you two different homes at these two developments. Now, we'll talk about this a little bit more, but we are going to head out to Walnut Lane. That's going to be more towards the east side of Winters, and then we are going to finish off with Hideaway by Meritage, and that's going to be more towards the west side. Now, both of these communities have no HOA, no MELLO ROOS, which is awesome. They have a little bit different product and price point, so we'll cover that in the video. They have one model over at Walnut Lane. They have two models over at Hideaway, but price points, and they have a lot of different options and price points. So make sure that if you guys are deciding that you want to head out there, give us a phone call, shoot us a text, or send us that email. It doesn't cost you anything more to have an agent represent you in this transaction. I know a lot of you guys think that builders aren't going to give you the incentives if you come in bringing an agent, and to be entirely honest, a lot of these builders actually love working with agents, and they're still going to give you the same incentives. So it doesn't save you any money, and you're still going to get the same incentives if you didn't go in there and you were unrepresented. So make sure you reach out to us. That phone number is still on that screen. We absolutely love it when you guys reach out, phone call, email, text, or go ahead and book that Zoom call. But let's jump into that first home.
All right, so right now we're at Meritage Homes. We're at the first development called Walnut Lane. Now I'm gonna show you around this awesome single story. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. And the price point here, you're not even gonna believe it, starts in the high 500s. And there's no HOA and no MELLO ROOS for this awesome brand new home. Now they have 4 different floor plans at this development. Like I said, only one of them is modeled. Now the sizes are gonna range from 1,600 square feet all the way up to 2,400 square feet. Now the home I'm gonna show you today is gonna be 1,900 square feet. It's gonna be their largest single story home that they have. So let's go check it out. All right, so coming into the entry, you have this nice kind of wide hallway, nice big open entry. And then off to my left is gonna be the first set of your secondary bedrooms. All right, now coming into the first room, this room is gonna be towards the front of the house. It's gonna have an awesome window that gives a ton of natural lighting that faces out front towards the cool little front patio area. Now this home does have high ceilings, which I know we love in all of our new construction homes. You've got a decent amount of space in here, and you've got your standard sliding closet. All right, now before we get to the next bedroom, you're gonna have this bathroom that's gonna be between these 2 bedrooms. This is gonna be your bathroom that most likely your kiddos would share. Now, I do love that you have your 2 vanity sinks here, which is great. You don't have 2 of those kiddos fighting over that sink. You've got your standard shower over tub right here. You've got the toilet. You don't have that separate door kind of blocking this area off, but it is a decent sized bathroom for 2 kids to share. Now coming into the other bedroom on the other side of that bathroom, it's gonna be pretty standard, pretty similar to that front bedroom that we saw. You do have a decent sized window that faces out to the side of the home. You still have those high ceilings, and you've got your standard sliding closet door. Now, one thing that I do love about how high the ceilings are in this house is that you definitely could fit a bunk bed in this room, if you had kiddos that had to share. So keep that in mind if you do have a larger family. These rooms are definitely big enough to accommodate that. All right, now coming further down the hallway, this door right here is gonna be your entrance from the garage. And then as we make our way back, you're gonna have a coat closet right here, and then off to my right is going to be a hallway. Now down this hallway, you're gonna have your laundry room right here. The cool thing about this is that it's centrally located in the home, so easy for everybody to get to. All right, now coming down a little bit further at the end of that hallway is going to be your next bedroom. So this is gonna be the 3rd bedroom. This could be a kiddo's bedroom. It could be an office, the way they have it set up here. You do have a nice little walk-in closet right here with your door. But again, decent sized room. You've got nice lighting from the outside with the window on the side, same high ceilings that we're seeing throughout. This room's a little bit smaller in comparison to the other 2, but still decent space for a kiddo. All right, now coming back to the heart of the home where everybody's gonna really hang out and live together. Now we've got the kitchen area over here. Now, one thing that I do want to point out is that a lot of the stuff that you're seeing in this home is going to be things that you would actually be able to see in your home if you pick to buy here. So the nice thing is that they do packages. So like the flooring, the countertops, you know, the backsplash, the cabinets that you're seeing, these are all going to be things that you would get in your Meritage home if you bought out of this development, which is super nice. So the nice thing about this development and about this builder is they don't do that bait and switch where you walk through a model and then the homes look absolutely nothing like that. So that's a really cool thing. They do have a ton of really nice features. I love these countertops. I love the flooring choices in here. It's just really, really nice. Now back to this kitchen. I love all of the storage that you have in this kitchen. You can kind of see there's cabinets that go all the way down. There's cabinets on the other side. You've got this massive island, perfect spot for preparing family dinners, having get-togethers, and having everybody kind of hang out around the island. Really, really cool. And then another feature of this kitchen that I absolutely love is that it actually has a real pantry. Now, I know I've told you guys about it before. Homes that have pantries that are just built into the cabinets, they kind of suck, but you don't have that here. So I do love that you have a corner pantry here. Coming back around to the back side of this home, this is a really big area. Like, I don't know if you can kind of see how, in the grand scheme of things, how large this great room concept and this floor plan, but you've got a really big area over here where you can hang out, watch movies, watch TV, hang out as a family. You know, you really can put a massive sectional couch and have enough space for a ton of people over. If you want to entertain or if you have a larger family, definitely enough space to hang out here. Now coming over a little bit further is going to be your dining room area. So this area, again, you can see how many chairs are seated at this table. This is a pretty big table, so you do have a big space here to really make sure you have enough space for everybody. You've got enough area for everybody to eat dinner here and hang out, along with all of the bar stools at the island. All right, now coming into the primary suite, I love how this bedroom is separated from all of the kiddos' bedrooms. So you're not dealing with them on top of you or right next to you. Super, super nice. This is a really big bedroom. You've got a king size bed in here. You've got some decent sized furniture with how big these nightstands are. You've got a ton of space in this room. I love how big the back window is, letting in a ton of natural lighting, as well as the ability to see into your backyard. So you could really create a nice outdoor retreat out there where you can actually see it from your bedroom. Super cool. Now, coming into the master bathroom, you've got his and hers vanity sinks right here. You've got a separate soaking tub, which is really, really nice. And then you've got your shower down a little bit further. You've got your water closet. I love how the water closet has its own door. It's not just open to the bathroom. That's really, really nice. And then coming back a little bit further, you've got this massive walk-in closet, definitely enough space for all of his and her stuff. Now let's go check out the backyard. All right, now coming out into the backyard, you can see one of the nice things about this development is that you get a decent sized backyard. So if you wanted to put a pool in here, you definitely have enough space. There's tons of space back here for a pool or a spa or a garden or however you wanted to do it. Now, one of my favorite things about this development that we don't see at a lot of new construction developments. So the nice thing here is that you've got 10 feet between you and your neighbors. So these houses are not sitting on top of each other. It's not like you can look out your window and necessarily see right into their window, which is super, super awesome. I love that they didn't build them on top of each other, you know, really maximize space here, which is great. Now, another thing here is that some of these lots can be anywhere from 20 to 40 feet deep. So if you're looking for a larger backyard, this is definitely going to be one of the places that you're going to want to jump on quick, because I want to say when they're done here, there's only going to be about 50 homes here. So they are going to go quick once people start realizing how awesome Winters is. So if you're looking for a large backyard, if you're looking for no HOA, no mellow roos, and an awesome small town feel, you're definitely going to want to come check this one out.
All right, so Lauren just showed you the 1,900 square foot floor plan over here at Walnut Lane by Meritage Homes. Now we're gonna show you some drone footage of the area, but I would say Winters is a super cool area. It's got that like kind of small town vibey feel as it relates to just, I don't know, we've taken you guys up to Plumas Lake before. I feel like Winters has definitely a lot more than Plumas Lake, but they are gonna have 4 different floor plans. Just remember when you come out here, they're only gonna have one of them modeled, and that's going to be their single story. So they are going to have a slightly smaller single story, and then they're also going to have 2 bigger floor plans that are going to be 2-story floor plans. They are going to be kind of in that 2,000 square foot range and above, but they're going to be pretty nice, right? So these exterior finishes on some of these homes, I really kind of like as it relates to that. So just to kind of flip it around here. So this is what the exterior of one of their 2 stories is going to look like. Kind of got that farmhouse white and black feel. And then I think this one over here is going to be a little bit bigger. Now these are, you know, private residences, so I don't want to disrupt too much, but it's definitely got a great vibe in this area. So at one end of the development, you've got kind of people that still have ranches and those farmlands. Behind the development, you're gonna have an orchard field. So just super nice. You got a lot of beautiful nature. Stick around because we are gonna show you 2 additional model homes that's gonna be at their other development that's also gonna be located in Winters, where again, they have no HOA and no MELLO ROOS. So let's check it out.
All right, so before we take you into the next home, we do want to share with you that we are licensed real estate agents in the state of California. So what that means is that as much as we love showing you all of these different areas around the Sacramento Metro that you may not know about and showing you all of these awesome new construction homes, what we love even more is being able to help you with all of your real estate needs. Now, that phone number should be popping up, so you can give us a phone call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, or better yet, book that Zoom call so that we can get to understand your needs, wants, and goals and help make your move to the Greater Sacramento Metro as easy as possible.
All right, so we are over at the second community by Meritage Homes out here in Winters, California. So we are gonna be at their other community called the Hideaway. Now, they are gonna have a lot of different options at this particular community. They're gonna have 2 different packages. They're gonna have the classics and they're gonna have the estates. Now, really, the only difference between the classics and the estates are gonna be the lot size, but pretty much the different floor plans and the different homes that they have available should be pretty similar between both of those packages. So the different prices and the different packages that they're gonna have, so they're gonna have some homes that are gonna be starting off in the low 600s, and then they're gonna go all the way up into the high 700s. These 2 different communities that we're highlighting on this video today, neither one of them have HOA and neither one of them have MELLO ROOS. So the 1,700 square foot floor plan is gonna be a single story. That's gonna be their smallest floor plan, and they're gonna have floor plans that go all the way up to just over 3,000 square feet. So we're actually gonna be standing in the Residence 5. That's gonna be a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 2,500 square foot home. So just coming in right now, you're gonna have this nice open entryway. And then what we really love about these builders that do the downstairs bedroom and bathroom, just in case maybe you have grandma and grandpa visiting with you, but it's really nice because you can have a full, you know, guest kind of suite down here. You are gonna have your standard double closet slider doors. This is gonna be a queen size bed, pretty decent sized room, nice tall ceilings. Especially I love that when it's in a 2-story home, when you can still have nice tall ceilings and still have a 2nd story up above. Now, right outside this one, you're gonna have your full bathroom. It's gonna be just a traditional single vanity sink, toilet with a walk-in shower. So gonna be nice, it's gonna be easy, especially if you have, like I said, grandma and grandpa there. They don't have to lift their leg up and over a bathtub. Coming in a little bit further, we are gonna have the stairway up to the 2nd story. We're gonna have a coat closet right here, and then we're gonna have access to the garage. Now, coming into the main living area downstairs, you're gonna have the great room concept. So the cool thing, and Lauren already mentioned it in the first video, but what you see in these homes is gonna be pretty much what you get. So you're gonna have a hard surface flooring, you're gonna have gorgeous countertops, gorgeous cabinets. The color scheme may differ from, you know, house to house, so that could be different depending on when you find a home at what stage of the development. They still have about 50 homes left here. They have about 50 homes left over at Walnut Lane. But you're gonna have gorgeous countertops. You're gonna have all electric appliances. You do see a gas stove in this one, but this community has changed all over to all electric. You are gonna have solar here as well too. And the nice thing about a Meritage home is you're also gonna have really high quality building standards. So we'll show you some of that stuff upstairs. Before we head over to the rest of the house, I do wanna take you guys out to the backyard. So I think the best thing about these communities, especially here in Winters, is you have a pretty massive sized backyard. Whether it's the classics or the estates, you are gonna have some decent sized lots. So you're probably gonna have anywhere between 20 and 40 feet on the depth. And then these ones are gonna have a little bit more width in between your neighbors. So you're probably gonna have about 10 feet on one side and 10 feet on the other side to your fence. And then your neighbor's also gonna have an additional 10 feet on either side of that. So you're gonna have some decent distance in between that. I would say on some of these, you'll kind of see some of the B-roll, but there might be a chance where you can actually put in an RV depending on the type of lot that you find. So keep in mind, all of this stuff that we're seeing today is going to be depending on when you come out to the development and when you find it. But let's go ahead back inside. We'll check out the dining room and the living room, and then we'll head upstairs. All right, so coming back in, we're going to have the dining room here in the middle. Now this is going to be kind of your traditional great room concept floor plan, where it's going to split the space in between the kitchen and the living room. We're going to have the living room on the other side here. Now, the nice thing is, it is going to be a pretty big space. So you have a nice long sectional that's going to go from underneath the window, and it's going to come out here. It's going to be still a decent sized space. You're going to have a nice wall that's going to have your big screen TV on the opposite side of it. But the nice thing is if you do decide to entertain, or you do decide to have people over for dinner parties or whatever that may be, you're going to have a good use of that space. So let's go ahead upstairs real quick and we'll show you that space. All right, now coming upstairs, you know, this builder put in a nice and massive loft. We call it media room. It could be a kid's play area. It could be a couple of different things. It could be a study area. It just depends on really how you want to utilize this space, but it is nice. We've even seen some people that after they've moved in, they've actually turned this into an additional bedroom. If you want to keep your costs down, but you want to maybe have some extra space, that could be a good option here. You've got windows in both of these areas. So, you know, definitely some options if you wanted to kind of wall this off and turn this into another bedroom. But you are going to have your additional 3 bedrooms upstairs, and you're going to have your master or your primary suite. So coming over here first, you're going to have your laundry room. Now, this space is going to be pretty nice and big. Doesn't have any cabinetry in there. It does have a shelf above, but you know, it's still a pretty decent sized laundry room or utility room. You can store all of your stuff up here. Now, one thing I do want to point out, now, as you can see above me, there's going to be an open space. And so the cool thing about Meritage Homes is that they show you that because they want you to see it. So they have great spray foam insulation. These houses are super energy efficient. And they're just great overall build quality. So if you're thinking about a good home, you don't want any HOA, you don't want any mellow roofs, this could be one of those things where you may want to check out this community. So coming back here a little bit further, we're going to have 2 additional bedrooms up here. So you're going to have this first one. Now this is going to be, both of these bedrooms are going to be towards the front of the house. You are going to have some nice light in here. You're going to have your double closet sliding door. Pretty decent sized space. I think these are queen size beds, nice and tall ceilings. So both floors have these kind of spacious tall ceilings, so you don't feel cramped just because you're getting the 2-story. Now going into the next room, this one is also going to be towards the front of the house, above the garage. This is going to be adjacent to the secondary bathroom that's going to be upstairs. I feel like this one's going to be a little bit bigger. It could be just the fact of how they have the, you know, space, and this one doesn't really have a dresser in here. But again, 2 decent sized nightstands, queen size bed, nice tall ceiling. So the nice thing is if you don't want to turn that loft, or you want to utilize that as a, you know, kind of kids catch-all, or, you know, area that just, you know, collects all the kids' toys and crap. The nice thing is you can still have bunk beds in these houses. I know some people don't really like having their kids share rooms, but with the tall ceilings, even if you were to have a ceiling fan, you've got plenty of space here where you don't have to worry about a kid bumping their head. Now coming back in here, you are going to have the secondary bathroom for these 2 bedrooms upstairs. This one's designed with a single vanity sink. I'm sure that there's probably an option where you can do a dual vanity sink. You've got toilet, and then you've got shower over tub. Now finally, we're going to step into the master bedroom. Now coming into the master bedroom, this is probably going to take up the most space in this house. So this room is going to be massive. They've got 2 chairs, you've got the bed, king size bed, you've got 2 sizable nightstands, you've got a dresser. You probably even have space if you wanted to have more of like the long dresser over here, because you've got a vertical dresser, but tons of space. This whole master suite is going to take up the back side of the house. So both of the windows and the window in the primary bathroom are going to look down into the backyard, but you're going to have a lot of space in here. So I think that's kind of one of the nice things is you could do a lot of different things in here as it relates to how you want to have it set up. If you want to have a sitting area in here, if you have, you know, obnoxiously big furniture, that could work as well too. But a lot of really good space in here. And then coming into the master or the primary bathroom, you're gonna have shower tub separate. So you have a nice big soaking tub. You're gonna have a shower stall. You're gonna have his and her sink. And then you're gonna come back into a nice big, massive closet that is going to practically be another bedroom in this house, right? So a lot of different space in here. They build a gorgeous home. We're gonna take you into one additional floor plan. It's actually gonna be a little bit bigger than this one, surprisingly enough. Now remember, these homes have no HOA and MELLO ROOS, and these are gonna be a great option if you still need to kind of commute down to the Bay Area, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. All right, and now we're in their last model floor plan that they have here. Now remember, they do have a couple of floor plans that are gonna be a little bit bigger than this. So this is gonna be their Residence 6. It's gonna be a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, right around between 27 and 2,800 square feet. So again, downstairs, this area is gonna feel a little bit more closed in because you're gonna have this staircase that's gonna go up towards the 2nd story, but there is a lot of space up there. So coming into this first room, it's going to be the downstairs bedroom. So, you know, this house is going to be about 200 to 300 square feet bigger than the last house. So you're going to see a little bit more of that space utilized upstairs, a little bit downstairs as well too. But for the most part, this bedroom is going to be a great option if you have guests that come into town, you have grandma and grandpa that's got to stay with you for a little bit. Great option if you have family here. We're going to go a little bit further out and then back. And this is going to also have a primary bathroom that's going to be right down here, right outside of that door. Now, remember, these are 3 full bathrooms. So this is also going to be the bathroom that any of your guests use when they come over to the house, right? So you're going to have vanity, toilet, walk-in, shower, but whoever has this room, especially if maybe you're using this room for a kid or a teenager, make sure it is your cleanest teenager. So walking into the house a little bit further now, you are going to have kind of this area. Now, a lot of people have done a lot of different things with this area. Now, this could be kind of a flex space. You can wall it in. You can put an office down here, so you can have that additional space. Really kind of a nice space. It's kind of a little narrow for maybe a dining room if you were going to put something in here, but I actually like the idea of putting an office right in here. A little bit further back, we're going to have our coat closet that's going to be underneath the stairs. We're going to have access into the garage. And then the downstairs is going to be pretty similar. I would say it's a little bit bigger than the one over the Residence 5, but you're gonna have your kitchen, you're gonna have your dining area that's gonna split your living room area. So again, pretty spacious. This is a big sectional. You got a nice big screen TV in here, but it's nice that this whole space is all in one. I know some people don't like that, but I do know that when you have people over, when you're entertaining, everybody that's in the same space, they can all feel included. They can all be in and out of the house, into the backyard if you put a pool in there, because these lots are definitely big enough for a pool. So again, coming back, you're gonna have your dining room area over here. And then this is just gonna show a little bit different of a package, right? So we're gonna have a little bit different of a countertop, a little bit darker cabinet. Again, another package that they offer, but for the most part, what you see in here, it's not gonna be a super big head fake when you come into a model and you're looking at a certain price point and you're like, oh yeah, but do I have to spend another $100,000 on all the different upgrades, finishes, and features? Now, again, remember, these are showing with a gas stove. They don't have gas stoves at this development anymore. Everybody is switching over to electric in California if they haven't already done so. Microwave, stove. The nice thing that Lauren loves, it's gonna have a pantry. And then coming in here to the backyard, again, these are massive spaces. So you have probably RV sized side yards if you wanted to, or if you wanted to have a boat. I'm sure not every lot is gonna be this big, but there is the opportunity that if you do want a slightly larger than normal backyard, you're gonna find that here. Now, keep in mind the difference between these 2-story homes and maybe even the single story that we saw at the very start of this video. 2-story homes take up a smaller footprint, so you're gonna have a little bit more backyard space when you're looking at a 2-story, but still about 20 to 40 feet into the backyard from the house, and you're gonna have, you know, decent size in between you and your neighbors. So let's go check out the upstairs now. So coming up here to the upstairs, I feel like this is where you're gonna see a little bit more of that extra space, maybe in the great room, but definitely this media room. So, I mean, they have a desk set up here. You've got a pretty decent sized couch, but you also have a nice big screen TV. So you can do a lot with this space. You know, it's a great area, especially when you have a young family or if you have a growing family and you have all the kids' toys. This is a great place to keep them, because then when friends, family, guests come over, you only got to clean the downstairs because they're probably not coming up here anyway. So, you know, the cool thing is this is a great space for kids' play area. This is a great media room. I've seen people do some pretty cool stuff where they've turned this into a full-blown theater with cool chairs, They've blacked out all the windows and made it a really cool entertainment experience. Now, on the opposite side of the house is where we're gonna have our laundry room and our other 2 secondary bedrooms. So coming back over here, they did utilize this space really well. They put in a nice little countertop. Probably an upgrade in that situation, maybe it's not, but good use of space right here. Coming into this room, you're gonna have a laundry room. You're also gonna have your attic access. Again, they're gonna leave that open to show you, all the spray foam insulation and all the things that make a Meritage home very unique. You got cabinets in this one where the other one only had a shelf. So again, I think those are little things that you might be able to get as it relates to an option. Just depends on when you find your home and when you're able to choose some of those things. First bathroom is going to be your primary bathroom. You're going to have single vanity sink, toilet, shower over tub. Pretty standard for the most part. Again, you could probably get a dual vanity sink in there if you're at a certain point in time. Now coming into your first primary bedroom, I do feel like these rooms are a little bit bigger. This room is going to be towards the front of the house. We're directly over the garage, just so you kind of have some perspective and some idea about where we're at in location to the house. But your standard slider door, great room for a kid, especially if you reconfigure the bedroom, maybe put the bed underneath the window. You could have a lot of space in a lot of these rooms. And then the last primary bedroom is pretty much going to mirror that, maybe a little bit smaller, just based off of the feel, not putting any measurements to that, but definitely this is also going to be above the garage towards the front side of the house. Slider door, decent sized bed, decent sized vanities, nice and tall ceilings. So let's go check out the master. Now the master is going to be pretty identical to the last house, maybe a little bit bigger. You're going to have nice open space. You've got chairs, you could put a sectional, you could put a TV in here. You could also put another dresser, but you've got a nice king size bed, 2 really sizable nightstands, vertical dresser. Probably put another dresser underneath these art pieces of artwork, but this bathroom is going to be pretty much identical. The master closet is going to be a lot bigger on this one. His and hers sink, soaking tub, walk-in shower or shower stall, water closet, and then this closet back here is just going to keep coming because it just keeps going and going. So tons of space. I feel like this one is obviously somebody who has a lot of clothes. All right, so that was the beautiful town of Winters, California. That was the 2 brand new communities by Meritage Homes, the one at Walnut Lane and the one at Hideaway. We wanted to make sure that we showed you these homes because we know that a lot of times when you guys reach out to us, some of the questions that you guys want to know is, are there any new construction homes that don't have Mello-Roos, don't have HOA? Well, we found it. So the cool thing about this community is it is going to be a little bit closer to the Bay Area. It is just going to be north of Vacaville, about 20 minutes away from Davis and about a 35-minute drive away from downtown Sacramento. So if you guys have any questions about these homes or any other area that we've showcased on this channel, that phone number is going to be popping back up. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, and text message, and we absolutely love it when you guys reach out to us.
Or better yet, book that Zoom call so that we can get to know you a little bit more and help make your move easy.